This weekend is a big one for those in the Keweenaw. The Copper Dog 150 starting up tomorrow. So this morning, Ansley Watson is in Calumet telling us more about how they're getting ready. Good morning, Ansley.
Good morning, Vicki. Yes, tomorrow evening on 5th Street, where I'm standing right now, Copper Dog 150 is going to be taking off. I know the opening ceremony starts at 6:30 and the dogs will be taking off at 7. But this weekend is going to be full of other activities other than the dog race in itself. There's going to be music and there's going to be food. It's a whole festival, and there actually might even be a little bit of firework action after the dogs take off tomorrow evening. So we'll get to talk more about that later in the hour. Reporting live in Calumet, Ansley Watson, TV6 News.
All right, thank you very much, Ansley, and keep warm out there. Although it's not really the temperature we have to worry about. Welcome back. It's 10 after the hour. The Copper Dog 150 starts tomorrow night in Calumet. Preparations for the race are already underway. So Ansley Watson is in Calumet this morning to tell us more how they're getting ready. Good morning, Ansley.
Good morning, Vicki. Oh my goodness, this is going to be an exciting weekend up here in Calumet. Joining me this morning is the race director, Meredith LeBeau, and Doug Haar, who says he does a little bit of everything. So thank you guys so much for being with us.
Yeah, thank you.
Now, Meredith, this is a fairly newer dog race up here in the UP. When did it start?
I believe it started in 2010. It's the 7th annual running of the Copper Dog 150.
Okay. Now, Doug, preparations for the dog sled race will happen tomorrow morning. You said very early. When does that take place?
Yeah, Calumet Village lays the snow road down at 3 a.m. and typically takes about 5 hours. Then we have a groomer come through and smooths out the road for us. And then we have probably every bit about 20 people that come through and start laying all the snow fencing down.
Oh, wow. When does vet checks start happening? When do the dogs start coming down and the racers?
Vet checks are, what, about 8 o'clock? 8 o'clock in the morning. Yeah, and that goes till 1 o'clock.
All right. Now, Meredith, talk to me a little bit about the trail. They're going all the way up to Copper Harbor. Is it a challenging trail?
So the first night they're going to go from Calumet and then they're going to end in Eagle Harbor, Eagle River.
Okay.
That is what people like to deem a technical trail. They're going to go through about 32 road crossings where they're all staffed by volunteers, and usually they don't train with road crossings, so the dogs get a little interested about how they're going to cross that road and they see all these people. On Saturday it's going to be pretty quiet. They're going to go mostly into the back country, up in the Keweenaw into Copper Harbor.
Okay.
But the trail's different this year a little bit because it's been warm and then cold, so it's got a little bit of a mogul, so they'll be enjoying some technical terrain this year.
Has the weather kind of cooperated for you guys a bit? Have you had to adjust the trails any for that?
Not as of yet.
Okay.
We always make game time decisions, and with the warmer weather coming, we'll have to make some changes if necessary, but right now we're looking good.
And what about the racers? Are there a lot coming back here that have done it in the past?
I was thinking about that this morning. There's about a 90% return rate.
Okay.
So we have a lot of people that have been coming since the first Copper Dog 150 as well.
All right. Now, Doug, there's a lot of events happening tomorrow before the race even begins, a lot of entertainment. When should people come down and start enjoying? I think there's music and food happening.
Yeah, we have Oak Street. There's going to be some folks from the Elks that are going to be putting on some food. We have a church from Mohawk, Bethany Lutheran, who's going to be on Portland. They're going to be doing hot chocolate and coffee, donuts and bakery. So yeah, there is a lot that's going to be going on. I would typically say a good time to come down would be about 6 o'clock, 6:30, because opening ceremonies are at 6:30. So everyone wants to see what's going on at that time. But if they want to go around and have some food and catch some dinner, I'd come down around 6 o'clock.
Okay. And Meredith, fireworks happening after the dogs take off?
Yes.
When does that take place?
We're hoping that they're going to start about 8:45. We want to clear the dogs out of town so they don't get shocked by the loud noise. And we're so thankful for McCabe Distributing with their sponsorship with Guinness for continually supporting the fireworks. So we're hoping about 8:45.
All right. Thanks, guys. Stay around because there is so much more happening this weekend that we need to talk about. Reporting live in Calumet, Ansley Watson, TV6 News.
All right. Thank you very much, Ansley, and we'll catch up with you a little bit later on. I see that she did put a hat on because it is a little brisk out there.
Girl there.
Yes, a little windy.
Yes. Welcome back. Well, tomorrow evening, the Copper Dog 150 begins, and there is plenty going on to help celebrate that. Ansley Watson is in Calumet this morning to tell us a little bit more about what we can expect. Good morning, Ansley.
Good morning, Sam. I'm standing on 5th Street where the start of the Copper Dog 150 will take place tomorrow evening. Opening ceremony 6:30 and the race should begin around 7. So big weekend. We're talking earlier about with Meredith LeBeau, who is the race director, and Doug Haar, who does a little bit of everything with this race, talking about what all is happening tomorrow evening for this race. And I know that other things are happening this weekend. Talking about Saturday, a lot of things happening for kids.
Absolutely. So Saturday we spend a lot of time putting the snow road down for the start. So we need to utilize it. So we have our 3rd annual doghouse races, and this year we're actually putting more money in the purse thanks to Carmelitas, and it will be $750 worth of prize money to win. So get your dog houses ready, and you have to human power them down the road. There will also be face painting, snow fat bike demos, and then if you want, come all the way up to Copper Harbor, and we're going to be having free kids rides on dog sled from 4 to 6. So a lot of family-friendly activities this weekend as well.
There is. Okay, going back to those doghouse races, I'm quite interested. Do people build those? How does that work?
They do build them. A lot of them out of cardboard, but you can use whatever material you can to get them down the road as fast as you can. And there's also like the fan favorite as well.
Oh, I'm sure. When do all these festivities happen Saturday?
The race registration starts at 12, so you can decide to register that the day of. You don't need to register in advance, and the race actually starts at 1.
Okay. And that Copper Dog 80, that's kind of new this year. What is that, Doug?
It is new. Typically what we've done in years past is it's just been a 40-mile race. So they've left Calumet and gone to Eagle River. This year they're going to leave Calumet, go to Eagle River, lay over for a day, and then they're going to start on the 3rd day in Copper Harbor and come all the way back to Calumet and finish right here.
Okay, so the Copper Dog 80 and the Copper Dog 150, are they supposed to finish about the same time on Sunday?
They are. Actually, it could be pretty interesting for people to come here Sunday around noon, I would say.
Okay.
That should typically be the time everyone's going to finish. We have reverse starts on the 2nd and 3rd day of our race. So what happens is a lot of these teams are going to start stacking together. So it could be exciting. You could see 2, 3, 4 teams come through at the same time.
Oh, goodness.
Yeah.
Meredith, you say it takes a lot of volunteers to put this on. About how many?
We usually have about 600 volunteers for the weekend, ranging from people that work all year round to the people that come out for the weekend. And we couldn't do this without the 600 volunteers. It's a really important jobs we have starting from tonight all the way through the weekend as well.
Goodness, and I know you're asking maybe for a few more for tomorrow morning, set up and take down.
Yep, one of the largest jobs we have is to line the entirety of 5th Street here in Calumet with snow fence. And so we need any help we can get. It goes by really fast with many hands.
Describe tomorrow. What tomorrow evening when people start coming down, it's going to be amazing.
It is. It's just like a party atmosphere, you know. You come into the pit over here by Keweenaw Chevrolet, and it's loud. The dogs are barking. The excitement is in the air. You walk down the street a little further. There's fire pits and music. You know, the only way I can describe it is a large winter party that people can, come and play. There'll be loud music and all sorts of stuff.
Oh wow. Well, thank you guys so much. Is there anything else you'd like to say about Copper Dog 150?
No, well, if people are interested in coming to set up Snow Road, they can go to our website, www.copperdog150.com, and there's a link for volunteers. They can go on there, and like Meredith was saying, without all of our volunteers, without all of our 90 sponsors out there, we wouldn't be able to do this. So that we have to tip our hats to them.
Absolutely. Well, thank you guys so much for being here. I hope it goes very well for you tomorrow evening. Reporting live in Calumet, Ansley Watson, and we'll be back with more of your TV6 Morning News after the break.